Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Shoot, now we got the NFL playoffs going on. I still got a game to watch. Got some games to watch today and some hoops. You know what I'm saying? So it's on. So this boxing thing, we're gonna hurry up with this. Listen, we all know that pound for pound number one, baddest dude out there, welterweight champion, WBO style, former undisputed champion in the junior welterweight division, unified champion in the lightweight division, baddest dude out there, Terence Bud Crawford, right? Now, Terence Bud Crawford has filed a lawsuit versus his former promotion company and whatever, Top Rank, and Bob Arum, who runs Top Rank, right? His reasons is racism, kind of systematic racism, things that keep going on there. Hey, like, Terence Crawford should be, best pound fighter. Terence Crawford should have fought Pacquiao by now, right? So those things didn't happen when they were both at Top Rank, and a lot of racism is going on. And as like clockwork, people of color are coming in to, support Bob Arum and Top Rank. Right, we've heard one of Muhammad Ali's relatives has come out and saying, "Hey, Bob Arum used to, work with Ali, back when the other people wouldn't and stuff like that," which is pretty much feathers in Bob Arum's cap. But and I think George Foreman, who is one of my top 5 all timers, I love me some George Foreman, coming in to support Bob Arum, and now Tim Bradley, who I like, Tim Bradley gets a lot of stick. A lot of people like to call him a coon and stuff like that, but he will say some stuff I've heard before that I agree with. So your boy Tim Bradley has came out, and also, even though he's close with Terence Crawford, and say, hey, that's you, that how he feels about it in Top Rank. Now, in the climate that we're living in right now, right, that we don't know if we have a democracy in America, that half of Americans don't even want Donald Trump to pay for what he did in inciting the mob on January 6th. Don't want him to pay for extorting Ukraine. Don't want him to pay for not showing his taxes like all other presidents do. And doesn't matter, don't want him to pay for telling other congressmen to go back to your shithole countries. Don't want him to pay for anything. All of a sudden, half of America doesn't care that the president has a certain decorum. I don't think that other presidents would have been able to talk like that to people. I don't think other presidents could touch a woman on her private parts and brag about it in the open, right? Even women accept that because they're racist first. Then they worry about being a feminist after that. I told you racism trumps, pun intended, everything, right? And so therefore, with this climate that we got people of color running around acting like your democracy not to be taken, your voting rights are about to be taken from every damn state. You got people in Congress right now that are nothing but criminals. And then another thing, everybody get dope tests except people in Congress. The hell we got dope tests for athletes for? That's entertainment. They need to be dope tested weekly, right? Because they going on coke binges. And normal people don't go on coke binges. They might do it once or twice a year or something like that. But binges mean you don't have no fear of being tested. So we had lawmakers that are not being tested. Don't get me started. They need to be tested before making laws. Period. More before everybody else. But that ain't the point here. The point here is the climate is obvious. So who do you have who always is forgiving, always to act with slave-ass mentality? It's people of color. Now, Tim Bradley himself is saying that he don't really realize the racism, Top Rank of Bob Arum. Hey, listen. Maybe he didn't, but I'm going to say this. Tim Bradley beat Manny Pacquiao in a fight, right? On 2 bad wheels. Both of his ankles were twisted badly. He couldn't push off on either foot, but still fought Pacquiao valiantly. He got the nod against Manny Pacquiao. Does anybody remember what happened to him? Him, his family, and everybody had death threats just because they won a boxing match, just because they got a decision. Couldn't even walk to the press conference after the fight. Had to be rolled out because both ankles. So what I said back then is like, hey, maybe it was a close fight and everything, but maybe there was somebody who doesn't see what color he is or Pacquiao is, and just saw a man fighting the second best fighter of all time on two bad wheels and holding his own. And maybe had a little bit of empathy there and gave him the close rounds instead of us always giving it the A-side fighter, right? And the fighter that most people like. But every close fight that a brother gets, there is outrage. So why did he get death threats after a damn fight like that? He just won a boxing match. Death threats. Now, so bad that Tim Bradley comes out in his next fight against Provodnikov and damn near committed suicide. Anybody that hasn't seen Tim Bradley versus Provodnikov, the only time you're going to see a fight like that is on PlayStation some damn where. I'm telling you, it was no defense. We just going to be swinging up in here. Tim Bradley had no reason to fight like that. But them death threats and he barely beat Pacquiao forced him to come do something that nuts. I'm surprised his wife stayed with him after that. Are you out of your damn mind? I said that back then. It's ridiculous. But you went through that and done some stuff like that with Provodnikov. Make sure y'all go watch that. And you're going to enjoy it. But then you act like you don't know nothing. Like nothing has never happened to you. We can barely call Terence Crawford #1 pound for pound. Because we got all these other people who's around Terence Crawford that won't even fight people when they're mandatories or when they have a hard mandatory. And we keep calling them the best. It's obvious in boxing that there's racism. It's running rampant. That's obvious. So these people coming out just shows you how much of a slave mentality we can have as colored people. Damn it, it's racism in boxing, and everybody sees it. There's not no reason to stop. Even if you don't think that Terence Crawford and Bob Arum, you know, and all that, you don't believe that. I don't know how, because Terence Crawford should be a megastar. And that's the bottom line. It should be a mega star. How can you be the #1 pound for pound boxing in the boxing, and then somebody tells you that another guy's supposed to get more money than you? Does he bring enough to a table to a fight? You're #1 pound for pound, and you've been undisputed in the division. You're in his third division, and other people supposed to make more money than him. Only in boxing. Those are accolades for your ass. You can't get no more accolades than that. Who got more accolades than that? You think Terence Crawford waited? Oh, I want to get in the junior welterweight. I don't want to be undisputed in lightweight, or I don't want to be undisputed in welterweight. Like the dude who other people call #1 pound for pound. He had one fight to make sure he was undisputed in middleweight, but ignored Andrade, go up to 168 where it's easy, gets one belt given to him from the WBC, and then fights the easy fights, and then he's undisputed at 168 instead of 160. Nobody mentions it. Listen, here's the deal. The bottom line is this. Everybody included, knows damn well that Terence Crawford has a point. Now, if your boy Bob Arum was probably good to you, or back when Scottie Pippen said Phil Jackson might have made a racist decision by letting Tony Kukoc take the last shot before, right? And everybody came in and said, Phil Jackson can't be racist. Why? Because he coached black people? Is that why he can't be racist? Well, he's coaching basketball, right? You know, if you got to coach a few black people in basketball. This ain't bobsledding and swimming. You understand? This is basketball. So you're going to have to coach a few brothers, right? I've had coaches and people that ain't necessarily not racist. You know what I'm saying? So he could have. Now, and his point, Scottie Pippen's point, for example, was I've been watching Jordan take every damn last shot for years, and when he's gone, damn it, it's got to be me. Yeah, because that's how Phil Jackson was rolling. Now, when I was coaching, my best player would probably be a decoy, and he better understand that that's what we're doing here. You get most of the shots in the game. That last one, I'm using you as a decoy. You're not taking that, definitely. And you definitely better not take no bad shot at the end just because you feel like you got to take it. But that's me. My boys wasn't getting paid. You know what I'm saying? When you get paid and get sponsorships and you got some other stuff to deal with, and the ego is even bigger. But at the end of the day, I made sure that was clear. My best player probably wouldn't take the last shot because the other guy is going to be wide open for a layup or something that he can make. But that's different. But if Scottie Pippen saw Jordan taking all them damn shots all the time, as much defense and everything that Scottie Pippen was doing, damn it, that's my shot. I know Kukoc could shoot better than me, but damn it, it's my shot. Because that's how the coach was rolling. So yes, he should say that. And Phil Jackson could be racist. We don't know. But my point about Bob Arum, you got NBFs on your chalkboard, which means no black fighters. Why would you have that? You didn't give me the fight for them with Manny Pacquiao because you felt like he was going to get hurt. What are we talking about here? Actually, you're my promoter. Give me the fight with Pacquiao, and then we wouldn't be having no discussions about how big Terence Crawford is, because he would have beat Pacquiao's ass, and we know it. That's why he never got the fight. That should not happen with a promoter. So whatever's clever, this is going to come up a lot, guys. I got more to say about it, but I just don't want to keep going in. I'm just saying is watch us black people. We'll come in and protect Bob Arum, and we will diss Terence Bud Crawford. Pay attention and watch what I'm talking about. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm about to hear y'all.